In this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to make an A2 swivel card that has motion like this. If you've ever tried to make one of these without using a template, like the one I'm going to demonstrate today, you'll realize that this is quite a nightmare in trying to figure out where to put these images and how to put the folds and the cuts. So this is the template I'm going to use for this, the A2 swivel card. I've laid it here on a dark piece of cardstock so that you can see some of the lines in here and how it works. So normally what I do is I place this on a piece of cardstock over here on the factory edge corner so I don't have to make those two cuts. And then I trace around the perimeter. There's a couple little carets here. You want to mark those because they're indices that'll tell us where to put our folds. Here's another one and another one up here. And then you want to trace in here this little half a box looking thing over here and here. These little L-shaped pieces are used for layering and positioning, and I'll show you those in a moment. So when you're done with that step, you end up with a piece of cardstock that looks like this. And what you want to do is, where we have these half box looking things, you want to cut those using an X-Acto. Cut that, and so they look like this. You'll have this when you finish that cut. And then those little carets that I told you about, those little indices that are right here and here, you want to take the straight edge. You can use the edge of this template, and you want to line it up perfectly, and then you can score it. I use a crochet needle quite a bit to do this, or you can use any kind of a scoring tool, but you want to be precise. Right here's the caret. You want to go from the cut to the edge, from the edge to the cut over here, and then you want to do the same thing on the other side. I find my caret, I find the edge of the cut, I also have the caret here so I can line up the whole thing, and then I score it, and when I'm done with this part of it, this is what I have. I have the creases here, the folds here, and at my cuts, and the other fold is here. And you want to fold it in this orientation so it comes out like so. Great use of two-sided cardstock that is readily available out there. So the next part, what I want to show you is how to use these little L-shaped pieces to get the perfect positioning, because this is where the nightmare is. Where do you position this image on this panel so that it shows up when you use the card like so? So the way you do that is you use the template and its markings, and over here they make the corners of a box right here. You can see that my photo falls in line with the four boxes, and that's how I size it. I would lay this on a photograph and then just make sure I have the right size. And then when I go to position it, I would just make little indices right here just to make sure that I've landed the image exactly in the position I want it to be. And you can see right here this other piece that I cut out fits right in there. Again, and you can use this for the photo. I've used it here to make a layer, so I've got double layers. The photo sits on a layer, and that's what gives me the size. Now on the other side, this flap, when this opens and closes, this is like this. So it's open, the positioning's not that important, but the indices are here so that you can figure out what the layers should be if you wanted to do the layers. The 4 on the outside would correspond to a piece this size. So this template makes making an A2 swivel card very simple and easy to do. This is what you end up with. Here's another one without any photos in it. Just put a nice saying over there. Fits inside of a standard A2 card. This is just another quick sample. And another one using a thick embellishment here. The A2 swivel card template.